Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome back to Marvel's Midnight Suns. We're ready to go on another mission. We're pretty desperate for some money, so we're going to pursue that. This will also give us a chance to get some epic level cards, which we could really use. We have to bring Nico. We're also going to bring the Hunter. And from there, I think we need somebody who can really dish out some significant damage in a turn. So realistically, we're looking at Captain Marvel, Blade, or Ghost Rider. And I think I'm going to go with Blade here. So at least give it a chance.
We've stumbled on a Hydra unit unloading some of their stolen bounty.
We will never forsake her.
Unfortunately, their crates are rigged to self-destruct. The required keycard isn't swiped first, and Hydra's agents are carrying the keys. You'll have to move quickly if we're going to recover any of their equipment.
We are heading in.
Okay. Wow. What an opening hand. I have a card that only does me any good if somebody's bleeding and no way to make them bleed. This one also is best when somebody's bleeding. Then I have 2 heals when obviously nobody's hurt yet. I feel like this is where I need to start. But that's just kind of brutal. Okay, well, that's not the strongest heroic I could have drawn. But let me do this. Let me redraw one of these. I sure would like an attack. Okay. And it's quick, but I have to get enough damage in. So let me see. Between the two, that's 185. Is there anybody... No, see, these guys have too much health. Well, let's at least try to get some work in. He has 93, so I mean, if I use these 2, one of them will have quick. Oh, wait, yeah, no, okay, that sucks. I can't use roulette this turn. Oh, and I only have one more card play. I won't get a chance to use the other one. God, this is going to suck. They're going to chew us up. Honestly, and I don't even have a way to knock anybody back to, like, stun this guy or... Okay, well, let's see. Who's going to get hit the hardest? Blade has 2 minions. Oh, so the only 2 minions are targeting the same dude. I won't worry about it.
They're mine.
Just get rid of one of them. That's where I was going with that.
In hell.
And, you know, I might as well take advantage of this. Since I'm not going to get quick, even if I attack this guy. This is a little less damage, but this turn I'm saving the heroic cost. Might as well take advantage of that. We make this dude eminently killable. I can only hope that the blue crate is the one that they, you know, are going to detonate next turn, because I could be in real trouble if it's any of the other colors.
By her command. That's not supposed to hurt.
Yeah, it's the Hunter and Nico that I think are going to get beat up more this turn.
Very original.
He's going to make her vulnerable? Yeah. Is that everything? Please? Okay. I'm grateful that at least the reinforcement group was small. Okay.
Let's get this started.
Okay,
They
so...
armed one of the crates.
Okay, good. I got a little lucky
Go
there.
Get that key.
Okay. So, the guy with the blue card, I gotta find him in all this mess. He has 31 health. And ironically, I don't really have like a low damage card here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I do have a guy on Frenzy. I'm not sure I can really play around that right now.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
And this thing is not doing me any good, so let me just get rid of it. You know what I should have done is just played it, because it's free. Oh, but that would have also moved his Frenzy forward, so maybe not. Anyway. I'll do this. At least it'll do some damage to the one guy's block. So I got some value. Let's do this before I forget. Okay. So we did the thing that we had to get done this turn. Now, there's Mr. Frenzy. So now the trick is, you know, can I soften up the guys with the yellow and red cards so that next turn when they're going to detonate that, I'll be okay. And the problem is if I want Nico to live through this turn, I kind of need to heal her. I got to ask myself if that's really the most important thing right now. Because I'm not sure it is. I know that's harsh. But it's also true. I got 3 guys targeting her. And she's vulnerable. And I only have 1 card play left. And I really, really need to soften it. Look at this guy has... Oh, wait a minute. He's not the one. It's these two. They have 207 each. I'm just thinking, if I do something like this, that's pretty damn good. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, Nico. You're on your own here for a little bit. I want to win this mission.
That wasn't bad.
And I want all the rewards I can get from those crates. Her getting downed is not the end of the world. Now, I do have a little bit of heroism here. And what I'm wondering is, you know, like, can I use that to my advantage? There's a lot of dudes over here. I could kill one of the minions or something. Like, this isn't a terrible play. This thing costs 2 heroism, which I'm not keen on. Let's do this. I'll get rid of one guy completely. And we'll wound this guy. And he's kind of a pain in the ass to wound. Okay. Hey, you know, while I'm at it, why don't I do something else here? Oh. It sucks to waste the barrel on somebody who would die anyway. I tell you what if I go like this and I hurt 2 guys for the price of 1? I really need to make the guy, you know, with the card more killable anyway. So getting him down to 137 is not trivial, especially when you consider this is going to do 138 if I use it as an attack. That seems pretty good to me. I mean, assuming I live through this turn. Oh, a huge resist. Sorry, Nico. You're just KO'd. Just a minute. You're going to get up. I was just thinking, can you even imagine, like if you were on a team like this,
Another of the crates is armed
and
to
your
detonate.
teammate
Get to that key.
could have healed you, could have helped you when you were getting just really beat up. And they were like, but I need to get stuff out of that crate over there. You probably wouldn't appreciate it. I'll just say that. Okay, so which one is beeping? Of course it's the yellow one. Oh, no, that's actually the easier one. So let's use this. Let's use this. It's the least wasteful one.
Let's do this.
As far as, you know, the damage of the attack versus the health of the enemy. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and do this before I can forget. I do hate that it costs a card play to do that.
You've secured one of
Oh,
the
that's cool.
See if you can't get the other.
Okay. So, let me think about this. We're starting to get a lot of minions. Why don't I do this? I only have one card play left. Just run the table and get rid of all three. Because while minions do less damage than elites, it's more like half as opposed to a third. Oh my god, not the crippling shot. He got rid of my good attack. And, that jackass. Absolute jackass. So now I won't get the block. I won't get to use it as an attack next turn. I hate him so much. Alright. I got so upset I forgot to use my move to shove somebody. I hope we can kill the guy with the last key card this turn. I think we got it.
Another crate is armed to blow. You don't have much time.
Okay. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Man, look at how much damage forceful knockback does. My attack is doing 35. He has 137 health. So the knockback part of knocking him into that other guy is more than at least 102 damage. That's pretty damn good. Let's do it.
You have earned this.
Pretty damn good.
Weak. For Hydra.
Okay. So I got to do this. Not really an option. No more reinforcements, at least. Got a
That was the
little
last
bit more
crate.
credits.
Wipe out the remaining Hydra forces, and let's get you home.
I'm trying to think if I should even do this turn. I should. They'll knock it out of my hands, the SOBs. So we probably won't draw anything next turn. That's fine. How's Blade's health? Where is Blade? There he is. It's not great. Okay, but meanwhile... He's frenzied? That's crazy. Can I take out both of them? Let's do this. I even get the card play back. That's just a no-brainer. And he's frenzied. Got a level. Jackass. So there goes more cards. Including my heal. I got 2 Make 'em Bleed, which I don't need. Let's get rid of one of them. Okay, the quick strike is perfectly timed. I can help preserve the hunter's health a bit.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
You know, when we lost, we had a combo card that does over 200 damage. I guess it wouldn't have been lethal, but boy, I tell you, it would have sure been a nice start on these two. Because this is going to be a tough fight to finish. You know, the shame is I feel like I really need to use this here. It's not really a shame. I'm just going to use it. I think bleed is going to be a really important tool to get these guys down because their health is just too high. All right, we got to wait a bit before that'll do me any good. Maybe I should revive her now because these guys both hit kind of hard when they fire at you and it gives them another target. I got to try to survive long enough to whittle them down. They won't attack her this turn, I don't think. Well, I take it back. But honestly, it's kind of good for me in a weird way. Because I don't want him shooting Blade or the Hunter. They're so key to us finishing this fight. And I did not need that. I did not need that.
They're finally starting to get to me.
Poor Nico. I'm sorry. I mean, I am trying, you know. Marked. Marked isn't going to do me any good until I get a hell of a lot more damage. Okay, I tell you what. I'm going to do this.
This one's for you.
So that's pretty huge. Now, Blade's going to get his health back this way. At least I, got bleed on one of them. Now, what does this do again? I can mark them. Hate to say it, I think I have to wait a turn for this to be good. Because marking only matters if you kill the guy while he's marked. And I don't know for sure that I'm killing him next turn. I'm probably not. So it'll expire if I use it now. This isn't going to do me any good at all right now. Oh my god. So this marked will probably be wasted, but it's damage, so it got rid of the last of his shield, which does matter. That stupid thing doesn't just provide block, it also shocks you when you melee attack them, and both the Hunter and Blade are mostly melee attacks, so. Okay, well, here's hoping. The Hunter getting resist is really good, or it would be if they were attacking him. So let me do this. It's not going to be huge, but if I draw a card for him, it'll get a crit. So I think we do this. What about this? I kind of want to do this. Or this, and really try to bring this guy down. This will be 3 bleed. That'll should take him until he's done. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use this. Now I'm getting more sure that he will actually die before that runs out. I'm not positive, I just think he will. Yeah. Resist is good. See, he's down to 87. Yeah, sorry, Nico. But we appreciate your efforts on this mission. I want you to know that. So we lost all of our cards to that guy's crippling shot. Okay, well, then let me see. I can do this. And, you know, at least it hurts them. I don't know what else to do with them. Can I? No. I have quite a bit of heroism, so, you know, I'm willing to use it. Why don't I do this? What if I came here? Yeah, I'm gonna, so I can't shove them. I've learned from past experiences, like if I came here and then tried to shove them in a blade, it doesn't work. It has to be on that initial move. So I guess if I'm going to use shoving damage, it's going to have to be on this guy. It's just a shame that it's the guy who's so far from dying, but it's all getting us closer to the end of this mission. So, yeah. I think realistically that's the end of my turn. So we move on.
We're on top of it.
Okay, can I possibly kill this fool? I can. I can just do this and he's done. And I can't think of any reason not to. Let's get rid of these. I just want to see what my options are. I can't believe I drew 3 of these. This is nuts. So I need to remember that. I don't really think I want to bring injured guys. I've seen this before, but I just forgot about it because I almost never do this. So because he's marked, we'll get this card play back.
You don't have to show off for me.
That's the value of that. Okay. So see, I still have 3 card plays. And I guess knocking him into him doesn't really do any more damage than this. Or does it? I think it might be a little more, so.
Never seen that before.
Okay. Sadly, we just don't have enough damage. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just shy. Maybe I should have, you know, put the bleed on him instead of the other guy, but that second time. But the problem is, I'm not sure the other guy would have died. He might have, but if I hadn't put that second attack with bleed, I'm not 100% sure. Well, I don't have any more redraws or anything, so... And he can't move, so I'm just kind of out of luck.
Looks like we're winning.
Okay. I'm not going to, you know, string this out.
That's one shipment Hydra won't be receiving.
Almost 250 credits is pretty good. And we can use a rare blueprint. The blueprints are a real bottleneck in us being able to craft our own cards in the forge. And so getting that is pretty huge. Oh, it's book club night. All right, well, I'm game.
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
I'll walk you. Looks like we're all here. Grab a seat and let's get started.
I am ready.
The Art of War is one of my favorite books, if not my favorite. Can anyone guess why?
Because it's not just about fighting, it's about how to conduct yourself when in conflict with others.
Carol gets it. For quite a while, all my interactions with people involve some form of conflict.
Interesting.
This book laid things out for me. Helped me understand you don't always smash yourself against a problem face first. You must understand your enemy before you can hope to defeat them. Hunter, you get this more than most. You understood Lilith, which led you to discover her weakness. With that came her defeat.
That is what Nico and the others are trying to figure out.
That goth knight thing?
Emo kids, actually.
Whatever. Nico's magic nerd knight. My point here, until we know what game Lilith is playing, there's no way we can break the rules. That's the only way we win.
So, the favorite book of a half-vampire was written by Master's son.
I'm the Daywalker. Of course it is.
Carol, what stood out for you?
The chapter about flexibility in warfare. Yes, it presented distinct situations, but at its core, it promoted a philosophy of adaptability. This is a subtle but key difference from the Kree war manuals I know. Those manuals lay out how to overcome every possible contingency. Because Kree commanders always expect an answer, exceptions can flummox the ones who let the rules think for them.
I have not met a Kree commander, but humans are just as capable of rigid thinking.
Oh, of course. I think that's what the text is working against. The art of war encourages fluidity of thought. The variations presented in the chapter on flexibility are examples, not rote technique.
And that's how wars are lost.
So I've been dying to know, what is Captain America's favorite part of this book?
After this read, everything he had to say about deception and warfare.
Ooh, explain.
Wait, what used to be your favorite?
Discussions of leadership. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I've long since internalized all that worked for me and examined what didn't. But convincing your enemy that your greatest weakness is your most powerful strength.
Or the opposite, that your strength is a vulnerability?
Exactly. It struck me, especially regarding our conflict with Lilith. So, what's our greatest strength?
Lilith has no allies, just thralls. She is alone in this fight, but we are united.
Are we? The greatest scientific mind I've known, sorry Tony, just defected to her side. What's to stop any of us from doing the same? I don't have an answer to the question I asked, but I plan to do what the art of war suggests. Learn her weakness. Adapt as the conflict evolves. Keep Lilith guessing. And above all, think.
And that'll do it.
Great. So what's our next book?
I told Carol she could pick the next one.
I decided on volume 32 of the Kavat Koth.
The what now?
It's a cross between a legal text, a spaceborne invasion defense manual, and one of those sagas that Thor seems to love.
Okay then.
I promise it's not a heavy read. I thought it would be a good companion to the art of war.
See you all next time.
Good girl, Charlie.
I'm nervous about my book. I don't know how much of it will translate. Not the language, the ideas.
It is good to encounter new views. They help you better comprehend your own.
You really connected with the art of war, huh? I think you'll like my choice. Give it a shot. That's all I ask.
I didn't know what I was getting into when I signed up, but I'm glad we have book club.
It was good to see the conclusions we each drew from the book.
That's why I think we need to do this. A team that understands its disparate parts works better in concert. But don't quote me. Sun Tzu said it better.
That went better than expected.
I am looking forward to reading Carol's book.
Same here. Feels like book club is pointing out an edge we've always had, but never knew to sharpen. That's all for now. You taking off or hanging out?
I'm taking off.
Peace.
One of the nice things about these clubs is getting an ability at the end. Okay. Savage is the kind of ability that you're certainly not going to use like through the end game or anything. But when you know you're going to certain types of missions, it's really nice. Like the artifact recovery, where there's always one of those guys with the shield. And at this stage of the game, like doing almost 300 damage with one shot, that's enormous. I think that's actually more than that combo that costs 4 heroism. And this costs 2. Now, again, it only does 152 against everybody else, but 152 at this stage of the game is really good damage. Later, you can make the case there's, better cards for him. But Relentless is also not necessarily a card that I think is the absolute best, but it is very good. And it generates heroism rather than uses it. That said, I guess at this stage of the game, I'm so desperate for something that pushes through a big number. I think I'm gonna take this. I don't know. I take it back. I'll take Relentless. I think it's a better fit because the problem is I already have some things with him. I just heard Ebony somewhere. I know I heard a cat purr. There she is.
Hunter, hello.
I will lose no opportunity to pet Ebony. And by the way, there's a nice little boost. I just got my resilience increased. So, thank you, Ebony. Ebony is not just a cat, by the way. She takes the form of a cat.
Always on the hunt, right?
All right, I'm just looking really quick since I saw that one thing of loot. There's another one over here. All right, we need all the credits we can get. Let's talk to Cap and then we'll go to bed.
Hunter, I wanted to talk to you about book club.
Oh, having a good time?
I'm having a great time. Always good to flex the old brain muscles. I need your advice, though.
What kind of advice?
It's about Blade. I get the feeling that all of book club is just his roundabout way of getting to be friends with me. I mean, I'm touched. He seems like a good guy, but shy. So how do I tell him I'm totally cool with being best pals without scaring him off? Got any thoughts?
Friendships form naturally whether people say it out loud or not. I think if you keep showing up at book club, things will be fine.
Good point. If I've learned anything from those books, it's that what's not said is so much more important than what's said.
I wish I could be more helpful.
Please, you've been more than helpful just listening to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go catch up with my reading. I'm a couple of chapters behind.
I can tell.
Watch it. No spoilers. I gotta say, I'm loving our current book.
Okay. Time for bed. That's a lot of talking we've done. Didn't expect this.
Hunter, are you alright? I was so worried.
Here to gloat, Mother?
Quite the opposite. I was concerned. I could not sense you after...
Your pet monster nearly destroyed me.
An unintended and unforeseen consequence of your continued assault against me. The mystical energies within our blood do not always mix well with off-worlders. But neither do the wards of your pretentious sorcerer. The venom creature is a calculated but necessary risk.
Alien monstrosities, Wanda's unchecked powers coupled with Banner's unhinged mind. Whatever you are planning, Mother, I fear it may be beyond even your control.
Your concern touches me, but I would risk the heavens themselves if it meant saving you.
I do not need saving.
Oh, but you do. And that crack in your collar is the first step. Every revolution of self starts with the tiniest of rifts, an ever so slight splinter in the glass, a hanging thread begging to be pulled until it unravels all. You should be celebrating. That crack is the beginning of your emancipation from my sister's control. She keeps you collared because she fears you. They all do. Sarah wants to hold you back from realizing your full potential, the way she tried to hold me back centuries ago.
I would not need this collar had I not been corrupted by your blood.
Is that what you believe? Oh, child. There is so much you must learn. But you would never believe me if I told you. Not here. Not now. You must discover those answers on your own. Once you're unshackled, you will finally be free to be yourself.
And who is that? Answer me!
I don't know. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hunter, we have finished the symbiote sampling device. Come to the forge to have a look.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
+3, +6. Or a Hunter Epic.
Thanks, Hunter.
Peter.
Yeah, Holy Burst. Again, there's cards you'll get later that will be better, you know, in a high-level build. But at this phase of the game,
Hey, Bob.
that's a really useful card, really powerful, so. Okay, well, I might as well go ahead and research this. It's one of the few research projects I don't have to pay for, you know, the
There
result.
you are, Hunter. One symbiote sampler, hot off the old demonic presses.
That is not what I expected.
Yes, I for one am not going anywhere near that thing.
You're a doctor. Don't tell me you're afraid of a little needle.
That is most certainly not a needle.
Well, you say tomato, I say one gamma-infused arc-powered laser tomato. Either way, we're good to go. Now we just have to get close enough to Venom to use it.
How exactly would I use this thing?
Works the same as any other needle. If your needle was hotter than molten lava and could pierce the sun, just stick the pointy end in him and let the device do the rest. Once we jab that thing, the symbiote will be extracted and stored within the chamber. The fluid inside should maintain the sample's molecular integrity indefinitely. I based it on the saliva he left on you during that last round.
I see. And does Spider-Man, Peter, think it will actually work?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I've kind of been keeping him out of the loop on this one. Look, Peter's a great kid, with a big heart. He looks at Venom and he doesn't see the same mucus monster we do. All he sees is Eddie Brock. From what he's told me, the two of them weren't exactly best friends before the symbiote got thrown into the mix. But that doesn't matter to Peter. It's not going to be easy to get that sample. We'll have to get real close. I know Peter would give anything, including his own life, to save Eddie. Guess I just don't want to see him distracted when the time comes. Look what happened to me with Bruce.
Venom is not Banner, Tony. And Peter is not you.
Well, that's the point. I look at Peter and I see, well, maybe the person I could have been if I didn't let money, fame, and my dad's war profiteering get the best of me. Maybe I just want to keep the kid a kid for as long as possible.
Tony.
End of the day, we gotta find Venom first before any of this matters. Given his symbiote is happily sliming its way across the 5 boroughs, it's gonna be hard getting any kind of reading on him with conventional means, as in the non-demonically possessed kind. Thankfully, there's always Auntie Caretaker and her magic mirror. I'd check in with her. Talk to you soon, Hunter.
But this is a very talky episode. The combat was long, and then now, geez, man, everybody just wants to gab. But we have business. I want to do my sparring. And so somebody who will value from knockback. So realistically, any of these 4 would benefit. Spider-Man has knockback powers. I think she gets the least value out of it because she's always mostly knocking people into her portals. I'll do Strange.
Even a sorcerer supreme.
Oh, hold on. He's already got a combat bonus. Let me see. We'll do Carol.
My lucky day, huh? Let's do it.
Okay, well, that's a nice bonus. And I know we have wounded, so let's see what we got here. Oh, sorry. It's fine. Okay, so let me do this. So what am I gonna take out? Because there's no adding unless you take something out. Okay. And then Blade. So one thing we can definitely do is replace the non-upgraded one with this. It does do significantly more if they've already been damaged. And then Savage. So you know what I could do? I mean, I hate to give up the lifesteal, though. I actually think I'm going to lose hunger temporarily. I've been thinking a lot about this card, and I think the key to really making it good is you want something like, let's say I had 2 copies of Strike, and there's these mods you can put on. We just have to build the facility. So if I had a mod on here that applied 1 bleed to each guy that I hit, then all of a sudden this becomes, you know, really powerful. But as it is, it's not really doing a ton for me, and it's just taking up that slot. Oh my god, I didn't do the coil. That's silly. And now Dr. Strange wants to talk to me. Okay.
How's it going, boss? Always up for a challenge. How long did you say you were exposed to?
I want my epic cards, damn it.
Sometimes I even impress myself.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to take these two because even if I ended up not using them, you know, you can recycle them for significantly more resources than you would get, you know, a common. All right, I'll talk to Peter. Let me grab this stuff.
How are you, Peter?
You tell me, Hunter. I'm out of the loop on everything. They're off discussing what to do about Venom, and no one has said a word to me about it.
Maybe they are trying to protect you, Peter. They see your youth and feel the need to shield you a bit.
I've saved the city I don't know how many times. What do I have to do to prove myself? Grow a goatee like Strange?
I do not think that is necessary.
Good, because it would be way too itchy under the mask.
I know it can be frustrating, but you should not waste time wallowing in it.
I know, I should be doing something, because right now I feel kind of useless. Maybe I'll use the forge to bake a loaf of sourdough. Really get in Stark's way until he notices me.
If you want Stark to pay attention to you, there are better ways to make your point than making bread.
Well, I was kidding about that, but if you have suggestions...
Just walk up to him and suggest a way to help.
Okay, you've made your point. Fine. Maybe I'll speak up.
Excellent.
Just give me a bit. I'm a little rusty. The Sinister Six caused me to miss out on my speech class final.
Okay. All right. Oh my God! Now Captain America wants to talk to me.
For help, and then I remember that no, that's not an option anymore.
We've lost people before. Never gets easy.
Themselves. Tony and Strange really need to figure out some sort of magical, unfallen Control-Z button, and fast. See you soon.
We're missing something, Hunter. And the frustrating thing is it's happening right in front of us.
Where?
The Sanctum is filthy with Hydra. Too many of them. It wouldn't take many guards to secure the building. So the question is, what else are they doing in there?
There is only one way to find out for sure. And to do that, we need to get inside.
That's not going to happen until we get a sample from Venom.
Our list of problems continues to grow longer.
Well, we're not here for the easy stuff.
Okay. Well, I think we're finally at the point. Now, I did get some new cards, so let me just see if I can do anything. So I got Reaper, and I think this card can be good, but I need more ways to, like, right now, the only way I can make somebody bleed is first I have to draw this, then I have to play this, then I have to play attacks that will inflict the bleed, and, you know, none of these pretty much are free actions, so I've basically already used up my turn for the most part getting there, and I'm only putting 2 stacks of bleed on in the first place, so I'm just saying I don't really think it's going to do much for me as our deck is currently constituted. Now, Double Up, a lot of people really love this because the idea of it is so cool. So what it does is you can generate a copy of every skill in your hand or every heroic in your hand or attack. It's only going to pick one of those categories and it's random. And here's what always happens to me is that, like, let's say it comes up skill. I draw it and I have virtually no skills. I'll have one in my hand. And then it's like, hey, you can copy that. Okay, but a lot of times like make them bleed. I don't really need 2 copies of that in my hand. And I have to use a card play to do this. Now, again, maybe you can mod it later so that it's free or something. But this is one that is not super exciting to me. So again, I know a lot of people like it, but I don't. And unfortunately, I don't like this one either. I always draw it when I have next to no heroism. But this is kind of interesting. The fact that on redraw, if you just redraw it, you get one. That's the mod. Would I trade this for anything? I tell you what. I think I'm just gonna leave it as is, at least for now. So I can't say that haul was especially exciting to me. Now I tell you what I want to do here. If only the story mission gives you credits, and we're not going to do the story right now. So let's ask the question, what else could we do? This is difficult because these are both considered hard. We could go for an intel cache. That way we can both send people on a hero op and get the coil. So we're getting more cards, more card opportunities. That might be the better way to go. So I tell you what, when we come back, we will try to go capture a Hydra agent. In addition to Ghost Rider, we'll see what else we can figure out. And we'll see how that goes. Keeping Ghost Rider alive is always a challenge for me. At any rate, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.